That's right. Entertainment updates are proudly brought to you by Shell Fuels with dynamic technology. Shell Go Well. Summerlin, the product of Danex Latin Starwin PLC, provides relief to the entire family for cough, cold, and flu. Insist on your Summerlin any day, anytime. And Zonda Tech Ghana, your one-stop shop for heavy machinery and commercial vehicles and spare parts. Yeah, you know, there's a simple truth about love. It drives us to give up our very best. In the same way, Shell Fuels drive your car to peak performance. And that's why every car loves Shell. With over 100 years of innovation, you won't just be buying any fuel, but the most advanced fuels, which will save you money in the long run. And I tell you how, Shell Fuels with Dynaflex technology are Shell's most advanced fuels, designed to prevent deposit buildup and keep your engine clean and protected. They're also designed to help save fuel and get extra kilometers on your tank. Yeah. So drive into a Shell station today and fuel up your car with Shell. Designed for engine efficiency and performance, and give your car the love it needs for better journeys. Shall go well. Oh, guess who's on the show today? My goodness, am I not a lucky chap? It's Akorfa in the house. Hello.
What's up?
You came to ignite my evening.
Yeah, sort of. I think that's what we're doing.
This is such an amazing surprise. I'm so happy to see you.
I'm happy to see you too.
I've been listening to you in the afternoons, igniting my afternoon, and now I get to spend time with you in the evening too.
Yeah, I think it might be a thing.
It better be a thing. I mean,
it might be a thing.
Yeah. But how are you though?
Yeah, I'm okay.
So nice to have you share with us what's happening in the world of entertainment.
All right, let's just get straight to it. We're starting it off with a story that has to do with Ghanaian playwright Chief Moomin. Now, he spoke actually with Kwame Dazi on Showbiz A to Z to share suggestions or thoughts on how he believes that we can elevate our theatre in the country. And so let's take a listen to that.
One of the things that we can do in our industry, as we all now develop capital, when I say capital, I just don't mean financial capital, social capital, literary capital, all kinds of capital, is to pull those resources together. So one of the things I would actually even propose, at some point in a year or two to come is for us to do a major theater festival. That's one of the strategies I was discussing with one professor of art here. So imagine myself, George Quay, Latif, Uncle Ebo White, we all come together and say we're doing a major theater festival, right? So we're not only pulling resources together, we're also pulling audiences together, and all our machines are working to grow, because at the end of the day, one person will not be able to grow the industry on their own. So it is our collective effort when pulled together that we're able to really grow the industry. So that's something for us to actually consider, in a year or two, a couple of years from now.
Collaborations he talks about. So hopefully maybe the other playwrights out there will take a cue, and then we'll see how it goes. Now moving on, CEO of Dancing with Purpose, that's DWP the Academy, Ernest Kwabla alias Quabbles, he's been speaking, and over the weekend he had a conversation with YouTuber Kwadwo Sheldon to talk about the exit of the dancer Afronita.
They never signed the thing.
They presented a contract.
Every time I go remind, they never signed. They didn't want to sign. So myself, as they don't want to do, I say, okay, I'm not going to do again. But I literally took the girl like my sister. Your mommy tell me, say, people tell her that this is what a manager is supposed to do and doing that. And that I've bought clothes for her daughter only once. I'm like, I'm not supposed to be buying clothes for your daughter. He said the management that they do, no. He and I, they buy clothes for him, they do this and this and that. But that's not my work.
Was Afronita being paid?
Of course. I intentionally wanted a female to do so well. Now, let me tell you, aside this thing, I was told that if I'll manage endurance, then her daughter will not do it again.
You were told?
Yeah, the mother told me. The mother told me.
Afronita's mom told you, if I manage endurance,
we'll make your daughter do again. On the call, she's like, and when people call you, stop giving Afronita's job to endurance.
Well, yeah, this conversation was very hot over the weekend. So that is Quabbles there sharing his thoughts or telling us what actually went down. And finally, before I go, the veteran Nollywood actor Zach Orji has been speaking. Over the weekend, he spoke to Channels TV to talk about an ordeal he went through. He mentioned that he was in coma for 5.5 hours.
They never signed the thing.
They presented a contract.
They never signed the thing.
We apologize for that. We'll get the right sound bites in our subsequent bulletins. And he actually granted the interview to touch on the fact that some people had to come and knock on his door for a while before they realized that he'd been out for 5.5 hours. Wow. They had to call someone, a colleague of his outside the country, and then he had to call someone else to come into the house just to be sure that he was okay. When they opened the door, he was on the floor and he had been there for that number of hours. And so they quickly rushed him to the hospital, and he mentioned that he has actually had about 2 brain surgeries, and even before that he couldn't recall anything. All right, so I think we're ready.
I underwent 2 surgeries in Nigeria, 2 brain surgeries. I slumped in the bathroom, and I can only say that it's by the grace of God that I'm alive today, because I passed out. I was out for like 5.5 hours before help came. Incidentally, my friend Bala Ahmed was in the UK at the time. And the people in the house called him to say, we've been knocking on his door since morning and we've not been receiving any response. So he called another colleague, Benedict Johnson, who rushed to the house, and I was there on the floor, incoherent.
Right, yeah, so that's about it for our entertainment news on The Drive.
That's some very...
Yeah, very, because I was wondering, so if there wasn't anybody in his home at that time just to check on him, probably wouldn't be hearing something positive.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's really scary,
crazy.
but we thank God that he lives.
Yeah.
We thank God that he lives. Thank you so much for updating us, Akorfa. Really nice to see you this summer day.
Yeah.
And
really nice to see you too.
Come back again.
Yeah, we'll see.
It'll be nice. All right, yeah. Thanks a lot to the crew. Adam Naite, Philip Nye, Abeku Sankofi, Anita Tem, Rambo Johnson, Chris K, Oliver Fanyon, and Abdul Wadud. Drive time on Joy. I'm Lexis Will. I've had a good day. Top stories coming up next, but I'll leave you with my man NY Melody and Miss V Kumbaya on Joy 99.7 FM. We'll be all right.